Caution, this is rated D20 for full frontal nerdity. It contains violence, language, innuendo, wizards, random encounters, and dragons. As such, it is not intended for people under the age of 13. You have been warned. Thank you.
Hey there, everybody. Carbonite Dreamer here. How you guys are doing? Now, I know you guys are tired of hearing about Fallout 76 because it's just all over the place. But I thought I'd drop my 2 cents in on this thing about the interview that they had with old Pout Hinds. Yesterday I was tooling around the internet and I came across the thing on Reddit about people were talking about this interview that he did. And so I went over to YouTube and I went and saw the one that Young Yeah did, and Heel versus Babyface, Juice Head. I saw all the ones that they were talking about, and then I went and actually watched the video, and man, it was just the most horrible bout of verbal diarrhea and diatribe I had ever heard in my entire life. First and foremost, now, the man is the head person in charge of public relations. It is his job to deal with the public. That's what he does. That is what they pay him to do. And he is mad and upset and has his feelings hurt that we tell him, hey man, you lied to us. Well, okay, yeah, granted, he didn't have all the information to it. But, I mean, he said, okay, there's not going to be anything but cosmetic purchases in the Atom shop. And then it comes out that that's not the case. And then we heard nothing from him. Nothing. Not a thing. He literally went and hid under his desk. That's kind of scummy, honestly. You know, then there's that whole thing he did where he was talking about how it was all it's kind of like going to Chuck E. Cheese, and you're getting, he's like, hey kids, we're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and then he gets sick, and then we can't go, and then the kids are going to get mad. Well, that's not exactly the case, man. It's when you get better, you can take your kids back to Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, that's not the case. What actually happened was, hey kids, instead of going to Chuck E. Cheese, I'm going to go eat at this expensive restaurant, and I'm going to take your birthday money, and that's what I'm going to pay for it with, and you're going to get to sit in the car. That's what it's like. Okay? This whole thing, everything that has been done is just been scummy thing after scummy thing after scummy thing. They went on the Reddits, and they asked, hey, what do you guys want? And we told them, we want private servers and we want unlimited stash boxes. They said, good idea. And they immediately threw it behind a paywall. Not just any kind of paywall, a monthly subscription service paywall. The scummiest of all paywalls. Okay? Then they took one of the arguably most cool looking armor sets in the entire series, okay, which, mind you, they didn't invent. Okay, it came from Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian Entertainment is the one that did it. Okay, and they shoved that into Fallout first. Okay. The other thing that's really scummy about that whole Fallout First thing is how the unlimited stash box would cause problems with stability issues with the servers. But yeah, of course not unless you pay for it. You know. Yeah. Not going to cause any problems. Yeah. You know, and never mind the fact that they've outsourced their outsourcing. You try and call them up and you get somebody in, you know, in the deepest, darkest jungle who speaks in Braille. You know, can't talk to anybody. Every other week now, we've got some new hack. You can't log on without somebody doing something. You know, that hack where the person could literally be yards, you know, 200, 300, 400 yards away from you, steal all your stuff, including stuff that they could, you know, you had bought from their precious Atom shop, and just walk away. You know, they finally fixed that, but the way that they fixed it is the weirdest way I've ever seen anyway handled. Now they've got a hack where these guys can literally rain down items from in the game, completely and totally just voiding the entire economy of the game. You know, and how long before? This whole private server that you're paying them a monthly service fee for, how long before these guys can create a hack where they can get into your server, take all your stuff, and then log out? The biggest problem we're running into is the fact that we don't trust you. And these guys are acting like, we don't care. What I want to know is, whose coke habit are we paying for? Whose mistress baby are we paying for? Because this is not how you're supposed to run a company. This is not it. You don't handle the hackers. You sure as hell can go after the people reporting the issues. You go after the people saying, hey, there's a hacker over here. Ban that guy. How dare you insinuate that our game is not perfect in every way? But no, don't go after the hackers. Don't go after the guys who are exploiting these hackers. Don't go after that. No, can't do that. No. And how dare you come and say, oh, you lied to us. You're taking advantage of us. No. Oh, you're hurting our feelings. Yeah, I'm hurting your feelings. And I'm going to continue to hurt your feelings because you took advantage of us. You're lying to us. And you're trying to nickel and dime us to death for no apparent reason. I would not be the least bit surprised if the next Elder Scrolls game, if Todd Howard popped up every 20 minutes and said, hi, adventurer, are you enjoying the game? Would you like to continue? 25 cents. They're literally turning into EA. It's not fun. It's ridiculous. Their servers are crashing all the time. And this whole new Wastelanders expansion, it looks pretty, but they're recommending that you start completely over. So effectively, this entire last year, we've been playing the beta. That's effectively what we've been doing. We've been playing the beta. They can't keep their servers up. They can't keep hackers out of the game. They can't keep anything going for a long period of time, yet they can ban the people that are reporting the issues. They can sit there and whine and complain and moan about you saying, hey, you guys lied to us. They can sit there and monopolize everything. They can say, well, you know, if you guys want this, you're going to have to pay for it, when they said they weren't going to. And then they complain about it. And they go, Well, you're hurting our feelings. Well, good. I'm going to continue doing so. Because you are a whiny little bitch boy. That's exactly what you are. And I hope you cry every single day you walk into work. Because what you did to one of my favorite franchises is absolutely inexcusable. It's inexcusable what you did. And that you have the audacity to go on a podcast and sit there and complain about how I should feel about how it makes you feel. And you go on there and you complain about YouTubers. Well, here's a little tip for you. I'm not making a cent on this. I'm not making a cent on it. I'm probably not going to make very many clicks on this. I'm doing this because I have to say something about this. I'm saying this because I want to. Fuck you. You understand that? Fuck you, Pout Hinds. And fuck you, Todd Howard, for what you did to my favorite game. I looked forward to this game. I went and bugged my friends daily to the point they told me to shut the hell up about playing this game. They bought it to play with me just to get me to shut the hell up. They played the game for about 3 days and quit because it was boring. There was nothing to do. The servers were crashing all the time. Now it's a hacker-riddled fucking shitfest. There's nothing to do. It's about as exciting as watching paint dry. And then, where are we going to go for this? And then on top of all of everything, one of the other things that I wanted to bring up is you're sitting there touting this whole Fallout First shit show. What did you do for the guys that do the PvP? Now, I'm not a big PvP person. I'm not. It's just not my thing. But there's literally nothing in the PvP Fallout First thing for them. Nothing. What, the atoms? That's it. They get some atoms, but they really can't do or use anything in there for that. So what's the use? What should they spend that money for? Why? Why should they do that? There's no incentive for them, the people who play for the PvP only, to get Fallout First. There's no incentive. There's really no incentive whatsoever to do that. And you sit there and get on that podcast and say, oh, we steadily get more every month. Bullshit. Bullshit. You have no facts, no figures, no nothing. You're just sitting there touting going, oh, yeah, I can make up figures too. You have lied so much to us, we do not believe you. Do you understand that? Nobody believes you. Nobody wants to believe you. And then you get on and you sit there and you downplay the YouTubers. You make fun of the YouTubers. You're like, oh, well, you don't matter. The only people that I care about are the people playing it. Well, you do realize that most of the people that you were sitting there making fun of used to play the game. Some of the ones that are talking about it still do play the game. And they're the ones going, hey, this is still busted. What are you going to do about it? And you've literally said, nothing. Spend more money. That's it. That's all you've been saying. Nothing. Spend more money. Well, I'm not going to spend more money until you fix this shit. I'm going to see how Wastelanders do. But I'm not really looking forward to it. Honestly, because your track record has gone to shit. You haven't done anything about the hackers. You haven't done anything about the griefers. You can put in a ticket, you can put in something like that, but they don't do anything. You don't do anything about it. Your stamped response is, well, we're sorry to hear that, but there's nothing we can really do about it. Well, then why do you even have that? If you're not going to do anything about it, then why have it? You shouldn't have done a multiplayer like this because you're not equipped for it. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay? You tried to step into an arena you were not prepared for. You did not do your homework. You just went, yeah, we're Bethesda. We can fuck up and they'll just still love us. No. No. We're not going to be like that. ESO was a mess when it first launched. But it wasn't nearly as bad as Fallout 76. And the problem is, you guys have been circle jerking around 76. The servers are crap. Your responses have been crap. But you guys sure as hell can monetize the fuck out of everything else. And I'm going to warn you right now. You guys keep this shit up. And you're going to just completely and totally wear out all the goodwill you've built up. And I may be some small YouTuber and some small guy, but I'm not the only one with this sentiment. And that's my 2 cents. You guys have a nice day.